What's happening currently there, and give us an update.
Well, I'm not sure if you can actually hear, Elvis, that police are starting to fire rubber bullets, as you can see, towards the direction where I'm pointing. A group of people who've been protesting here since this morning, calling for the foreign nationals who have shops in this area to leave the premises. You can see the police right here in front of me, some on the other side who've just fired rubber bullets. Apparently, as some of the other people who are standing on the other side want the foreign nationals to leave. They're saying that they haven't slept the entire evening. I'm going to ask our camera person, Thabiso Paki, to pan towards this direction. You can see here, this is one of the vehicles that was torched overnight, and the running battles continue here in Jeppe's Town. There's quite a strong police presence. There's a lot of singing that is taking place there. South Africans are saying that they want these foreign nationals to leave. I'm going to ask Thabiso again to pan towards this direction. I'll show you exactly what's been taking place here overnight, Elvis, towards this direction. This is one of the shops that was burnt last night, and what police are essentially trying to do is to keep the people that we showed you just now, the South Africans who are protesting on the other side, to try and keep them away from these shops. I tell you, there's absolutely no trading that is taking place here today. All the shops in this area have closed, and the many bystanders in this area are saying that they're not feeling safe. They feel that the police need to do more in order to bring back normality to this particular area. On the floor as well, you can see on the tar, as Thabiso will show you there, these are the remnants of some of the tires that were burnt here last night. And you can see that the car that we just showed you had moved from this direction towards the area that you're seeing at the moment now. You see quite a lot of media moving towards that direction. You see a lot of the protesters as well jarring towards the police as the police try to speak to them and tell them to try and be calm. But it's very, very tense in this particular part of town, Elvis, and police are saying they're leaving absolutely nothing to chance. And it will be very interesting to see at 1 o'clock as well this afternoon, just to also bring you up to speed, that the Gauteng Police Commissioner will have a press conference relating to the latest developments in terms of how many people have been arrested and where the violence continues to spread. Certainly we'll get a lot more detail from the Gauteng Police Commissioner regarding that, but it is extremely tense here at the moment. There are a lot of people screaming. Let me just get out of the shot here just a little bit, and as you can see right there at the moment, South Africans who are jarring towards some of the foreign nationals who are telling them to come. There's quite a chaotic scene towards that direction. Quite a lot of people running. You can see that police vehicle over there trying to push back many of the people who want to go towards these shops in this area. But, many of the people here saying that they're not feeling safe, and others have removed their goods from this particular area to take them to places where perhaps they will not be looted, where, some of the stuff that they can save, they've gone to store it somewhere else. But, many cars as well, traffic has also been diverted, from this particular area. I think we also kind of have the responsibility to inform anybody who is within this area not to really drive their cars within this particular space. We've also parked our cars quite far from this location because of the volatile situation that is taking place here. But police are saying at the moment that they're trying to quell the violence. They're trying to make sure that there are no further foreign nationals who will be injured in this instance. And they're trying to save basically any of the shops that have not been damaged so far. So it's quite tense here where we are, Elvis, at the moment.
Are you getting a sense from the foreign nationals that they fear that they might be attacked even further today?
Well, Elvis, that is certainly the case. You can certainly pick up a sense of fear. The foreign nationals that we spoke to here are basically saying that they don't understand why this is taking place. Can South Africans and foreign nationals not live together in harmony? They say they've been trading in this area for many years, and they quite don't understand what the situation is. I'm going to ask our camera person, Tabiso, to pan towards this direction. You can see quite a lot of them are standing here with some of these South Africans as well. And they're saying that they fear that there's going to be no end to this violence because the crowds that have been standing on the other side of where I am at the moment are still calling for them to leave this area. You can see many of them, still in their nightgowns, saying that, they didn't get much sleep at all. So a great sense of fear has gripped this area, and certainly the hope is that, I guess from Gauteng authorities and also from the police, is that it doesn't further spread to other areas, because certainly that is what we've seen over the past few days, where it all started in KwaZulu-Natal and moved to different areas on the East Rand, as well as here in the central business district here in Johannesburg. But another interesting situation is that, if I can point you towards another direction as well, Alvis, I'm going to ask our camera person, Tabiso, just very briefly as well, to pan towards that direction where you'd see the police vehicles. We cannot quite go close to that area at the moment because the protesters that are standing there are carrying sticks. Some of them are carrying pangas, really intimidating the foreign nationals that are operating in this area. But as you can see, many of them are closed. All of them, in fact, are closed. And they're saying that they're not going to, come back to this area until there is a sense of normality. But it just really paints a picture for you in terms of the situation here at Jeppestown at the moment. In the middle of the street, you've got torched cars in the street. You've got litter that is strewn in the streets as well, and remnants of really a difficult situation that was in this particular part of town last night and is continuing at the moment. So really, police have their hands full at the moment, trying to make sure that there is no further violence in this area. But in terms of fear, I can certainly tell you, it's not just the foreign nationals, but there are South Africans who are not participating in the violence here. They're standing on the side, and they're certainly, to us, in the conversations that we've had with them, have said that they're calling for an end to this violence. They're used to helping each other out in this particular part of town, but certainly the criminal elements as well have also come through in this in these attacks against foreign nationals, and police will certainly have their hands full as they try to, bring back a sense of normality here in Jeppestown. But the jarring continues. Police continue to try and push back. Some of the South Africans are protesting towards my left, and it seems like it's going to be quite a long day here in Jeppestown.
Have you spoken to some of the foreign nationals, and what do they say? Do they find that this is xenophobic violence, or is it just pure criminality?
What they're certainly saying, Albus, at the moment is that it's a bit of both. Some feel that the South Africans simply don't want them to operate in this area. And of course, as we've heard from the police, as we've heard from a government as well, there is a criminal element, and certainly the foreign nationals also feel that here in Jeppestown, and so do the South Africans, those who are not participating in this violent action that we're seeing here. But, the foreign nationals are saying this needs to come to a stop. They feel that there is a criminal element to this, but they also feel that there are South Africans who do not want them to operate in this area, accusing them perhaps of taking their jobs, accusing them of, benefiting, much largely in this particular part of town. And in other areas, of course, that's certainly a sentiment that has come across when interviewing some of the foreign nationals, who say they feel that they're simply here to make a living, and that's exactly what they're doing, and they're being unfairly targeted by South Africans. Everybody is here to make a living, and certainly they can all do that together, foreign nationals and South Africans.
Chriselda, thank you so much for that update. That was our SABC News reporter, Chriselda Lewis, live from the Joburg CBD. Meanwhile, President Jacob Zuma says the violent attacks on foreign nationals go against all of South Africa's values. Zuma led a snap debate on the violent attacks in the National Assembly yesterday.